All right, so today I want to go over 5 fragrances that people are not talking about. First up from Salvatore Ferragamo is this. I know I'm going to say it wrong. I'm so sorry. It's from their private blend. It is Ortol del Spezi. This is a beautiful sweet fragrance. So I was in London and I went and I tested out their fragrances from the private line. I didn't care for many of them, but this one, oh my gosh, this is so good. And when I say I didn't care for them, it wasn't that they're bad. It's just they weren't what I was looking for. So let's put it that way. This, on the other hand, this is gorgeous. So to me, this has a little bit of, I want to say leather, and I don't know if there is any leather in it, but it smells very similar to spicy leather, the sweetness from that fragrance. Look at that atomizer. Holy cow. I love this fragrance. This is gorgeous. This is unique. This smells incredible. Perfect balance of sweetness. Nice little bit of spices in it. And maybe that's it. Maybe it's more the spices from spicy leather I'm picking up. But oh, I love this fragrance. I love this fragrance. Now, performance-wise, it's okay. It's not the greatest fragrance. I get about 8 hours with it. I wish I got more. This is just a great fragrance, though. Beautiful sweetness, perfect little bit of spice, well-balanced, works great. I cannot wait to wear this in the summer. I think this is actually going to be a good summer fragrance. Could be wrong. We're going to test it out, though, and find out anyway. But if you're looking for something that will make you stand apart, has nice sweetness, nice little spiciness, and I think there is a hint of leather. Could be wrong. I'd pick it up. Check out from Salvatore Ferragamo, Ortol del Spezi. Now, a clone, and this is a perfect clone. This is called Nouveau Ombre by Flavia. This smells just like, I don't know if you can tell, Louis Vuitton Ombre Nomad. And oh my goodness, this is spot on. You get that rose, you get that nice little oud, that nice little amber. It is gorgeous. Beautiful rose. And it isn't linear. So this fragrance will change as you wear it. I find after like maybe 2 hours, give or take, the rose kind of dies off and disappears. And then 2 hours later, it comes back and then disappears and comes back. And yes, that's about 8-10 hours. I get that with this fragrance. It is gorgeous, perfect cool weather fragrance. Atomizer is pretty good when you consider that I think this cost me $30. Crazy prices, great scent. Oh, that rose. Oh my gosh. If you love rose and if you're looking for something like Ombre Nomad, check out from Flavia Nouveau Ombre. Now, another one, perfect green fragrance, and this is what the new Parfums de Marly fragrance smells like. Now, Perseus is a great green fragrance. It smells amazing, but because it's brand new and it's in demand, it may be hard to get. So if you want that same scent profile, check out from Dias and Durga. This is Italian citrus. So this smells like the best green meadow field, whatever you want to say, with a nice little, like, I'll say lemon, maybe a citrus orchard next to you, gives you that perfect balance. You get the citrus, you get the green, you get that note, you get a little bit of fresh air with it. It is just incredible. Cap comes off pretty nicely. Hard for me to get off though. But this green, oh my gosh, gorgeous fragrance, great atomizer, gets the job done. It projects heavily. I will say you're going to get 6 hours of heavy projection and another 2 to 3 hours of good projection. You're going to get about 8 hours on average with this fragrance. It is incredible. Yes, I know my math earlier equals 9 hours. I get that. I'm going to say roughly you're getting about 8 hours so of really good wear of this fragrance. Good fragrance. Highly recommend it from Dias and Durga. This is Italian citrus. Now, one of my favorite fragrances from Creed, it is Viking. Viking is a beautiful barbershop, spicy fragrance. Unfortunately, Viking's expensive, and I don't want to pay for Viking. I mean, I would love to have it, but I just don't want to pay for it. Montaigne has made a darn close one-to-one clone of it. Now, when I say one-to-one, I mean in a dry down. Please don't think the second you spray this on, it's going to be one-to-one, because when you first spray it on, it doesn't smell like Viking. It is like Viking, but fresh. It gives you that fresh DNA. Here's the atomizer. There's the atomizer. It is a great atomizer. Love it. But it is like taking Viking and making it a little bit more appealing, a little bit more fresh. And then once it dries down, it's a darn close one-to-one. At that point, the dry down, that's when you realize, okay, this is Viking. Opening, I remember when I first sprayed on the first time, I went, that's not Viking. They said this is Viking, that's not Viking. I was kind of a little ticked off because I've been looking for a Viking clone for a long time, and I was hopeful this would be it. And I was really disappointed. But when it dried down, oh my gosh, it turned into Viking. I was so thrilled. So now I can get my Viking, and this cost me $40. 50 mils, $40, way better bang for your buck. This, by the way, I didn't say at the beginning, is Le Spice de Mer. I haven't tried anything else from Montaigne, but this makes me want to try out the house a little bit more because this is a killer fragrance, great performance, great DNA, gives you about 8 hours with it. Killer, 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 killer. If you want a perfect Viking clone, check out from Montaigne, Le Spice de Mer. Now, brand new fragrance, and I don't really see a lot of people talking about it. I don't know why, because this fragrance is amazing. It is from Montclair. It is Sunrise Pour Homme. This is one of the best summer fragrances I have ever smelled. And first time I wore it, I got 12 hours. I kid you not, 12 hours of performance with this fragrance. Now, this is not a heavy, fresh fragrance. This is a more subtle, fresh fragrance with decent wafts will pop up and decent performance. I absolutely love this fragrance. I've worn it several times. It is the perfect balance of freshness, perfect balance of sexiness, a little aquatic, a little bit Versace Pour Homme. It is perfect. Love this fragrance. Great atomizer, great DNA. It will project well. It'll last a long time. This will get the job done. So you look for a fresh fragrance that is just amazing for the summer, especially now in the Northern Hemisphere that we're getting closer to the summertime. Oof. Again, I don't know if this is actually even available in America yet. I got this when I was in London, and I'm so glad I did. I wasn't even planning on getting this. The salesperson just reached out, do you want to smell something? I'm like, sure. And I smelled it and went, that's really good. If he hadn't done that, I wouldn't have this fragrance and I wouldn't know anything about it. But this is a killer fragrance. If it isn't available, when it becomes available, get it. I know in Vegas, they have this fragrance at their Montclair store. So I'm hoping that means America is getting it right now. But this is great. I know I keep saying that over and over, but I can't explain how good Montclair Sunrise Pour Homme is because, well, it is fire. That's my 5 fragrances that people aren't talking about that I think more people should talk about. These fragrances should be hyped up. They are incredible fragrances. If you get them, you will stand out from the crowd and you will smell amazing. So, as always, what fragrance should I have commented about? What did I miss? Please comment down below. I always want to learn about fragrances that I don't know about. So, please let me know your favorite hidden gem. And as always, this is Nubs Fragrance. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. Talk to you soon.